Hello everyone, thanks for joining my channel. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. I want to take you on a journey because I think AI has a lot to offer, and even more so as we look at the scientific development and innovation taking place. Most recently, the CES conference held in Las Vegas from January the 9th to the 12th showcased the diverse technologies and innovation. At this conference 2024, an innovation of AI-powered grill was highlighted. Yes, this grill has the ability to cook a steak and other meat kind ideally in 90 seconds. Think about that. It represents a significant advancement in cooking technology, combining the efficiency of AI with culinary art. Yes, indeed, this grill, called the Perfecta, is designed, of course, to go on your countertop. But you might be asking, what does this have to do with education? I want you to bear with me a second, or maybe a minute. It features two vertical burners on either side, allowing the steak to be cooked on both sides simultaneously. This design eliminates the need to flip or turn the food. Wonderful indeed. The burner can reach a level of 162 degrees Fahrenheit, allowing quick and precise cooking of meat, of course. Perfecta, in reality, is equipped on board with an AI chef. Yes, I would want an AI chef. This system considers the doneness of the food that you want. And of course, it has specific characteristics that it aligns with each food type. It uses sensors to detect the thickness of the food and adjust the cooking process accordingly. This is indeed fascinating. It also moves the burner closer together or further depending on how much the food needs it. After eating from the Perfecta Grill, you can provide feedback, and of course, the AI chef will also make the adjustments. Wonderful indeed. Now, this is where I made the connection between Perfecta and, of course, education. The introduction of the Perfecta at the conference 2024 highlights the increasing role that AI will play in our everyday lives as it relates to appliances, offering a glimpse into the future regarding cooking and, of course, our lives and everything. Of course, what we realize here is that efficiency and customizations are going to be critical as we go forward. And as we think about education, this is how we have to consider education. We have to customize education to meet the needs of individual students. The concept of the Perfecta Grill provides, of course, a wonderful analogy of envisioning the future of education. Here, certain elements of the Perfecta can be aligned or parallel towards educational trends. An AI-powered personalization of education is a must. Just like the Perfecta, it uses AI to tailor the cooking and, of course, specific preference of individuals. The future of education could be leveraged by AI and provide a personalized learning. AI systems can assess individual students' learning style, their pace, and of course, their area of interest and possible difficulties that they would have, and of course, customize educational pathways, using, of course, design-specific resources. We have to think about efficiency and precision as it relates to education. In the Perfecta Grill, we realized that there was a stability as it relates to cooking steak. It cooked the steak perfectly, and thus, in 90 seconds, you had that. Afterwards, we can see that you could give feedback. Feedback was important for the grill AI chef to make the adjustment. So it is with education. In the future, educational content could be delivered more efficiently, focusing on key concepts, skills, in a concise, targeted manner, using feedback, of course, thus reducing unnecessary or redundant learning materials. Let me say that we have to think about the future of education. As we realize there are so many apps, we must understand that the need for feedback is going to be important. Which brings me to the point of sensor-based adaptive learning. The Perfecta Grill's precise adjustment of cooking the steak is an ideal situation that we can align to education. Similarly, future educational technologies might continuously assess students as they perform, engage, and adapt to their learning materials in real time to produce additional support or challenges as needed. I'm sure you've heard where students have said, they finished their work and they had nothing else to do. Well, in a personalized learning situation, this would not happen. AI would then lead them to another direction. And as we're thinking about artificial intelligence, I always stress the need to be human. Yes, we have to understand the need for human connection. And therefore, if we're using, of course, the AI system, we have to think about interaction and user-friendly interface. Too often, we've seen things develop without consideration to this. Therefore, just like the Perfecta that had a touch screen to control the features and to give feedback, we need to have an interface where it is more interactive and intuitive, and users and, of course, students in general can engage. And, of course, this does not or will not limit those students with accessibility problems. So we have to think about greater inclusion as we go forward. When we look at the integration of practical skills, the Perfecta demonstrated that a blend of technology and practice skills, that is cooking, could be mirrored in that way to create the best output. So is it in education. Education is going to be at a stage where there's an increased emphasis on integrating practical and real-life skills within a theoretical concept. We cannot forget the need for theory. So as we go through these elements of creating things and using AI, we must understand that there's a need to ensure that this is done. We saw where COVID-19 got us thinking about flexibility and, of course, remote learning. So therefore, remote and flexible access is needed as it relates to education. The portability of the grill is important. It can be moved anywhere, and hints to the future of education that is increasingly remote and flexible. Students might access learning from any point, wherever they are at any time, and the educational platforms must be able to deliver that content. The importance of understanding artificial intelligence must be understood with the context that AI is going to be data-driven. Yes, data-driven insights. And just like the Perfecta Grill, cooking data was used to optimize results. Therefore, future educational tools will, of course, use data analytics to provide insights into learning patterns, effectiveness of teaching methods, and overall educational outcomes. And when we think about safety and accessibility, the safety features of the Perfecta could be enlightened to ensure that there's a safe and inclusive learning environment in the future of education systems, where the focus is on creating accessible and secure learning spaces for all students. In summary, the Perfecta's innovation combined with what we're thinking about education should be our target. AI's efficiency and user-friendliness should provide a compelling model for how we envision the future of education. And we should also understand that education needs to be targeted at individuals to ensure that they maximize everything. I want to say that we are on the roadmap for being progressive as it relates to education. But we must again think about ethical consideration. What the CES Innovation Summit and Conference in Las Vegas highlighted is that for educators to really think critically, they sometimes need to look at other devices and technology out there and to see the trend of education. If you want some more information, you can see it in my link section in this video. Thanks, and remember, innovation, you have to think critically and, of course, ethically. Thanks. Remember to subscribe if you've not done so.